Substituição para Portugal. Número 14. Número 15. Vão dar os seus lugares a número 22. Número 2. Está a proceder-se a uma substituição.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Into the last quarter of an hour. Long.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Ibrahimovic. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And they're quick to get it back. Oh, delightful ball. 1-0 as we head towards the end. That's a cute ball. And he welcomes it in. Ibrahimovic. Passing is crisp and sharp. And he's managed to get free. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Ball is over the line. Just 5 minutes remaining now. No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. Gives it back.
Pisa really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
And they're back on the ball again. Shot, it's Ibrahimovic! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. He's got a goal! They have stolen level at the last! Collar at his razor-sharp best there.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
So all square with almost no time remaining.
Well, those players out...
Vinicius Junior! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
So that means another 30 minutes football. So still inseparable. What are you thinking, Jim?
Well, I think many on that pitch were ready for the final whistle to come, so let's hope that there's still plenty of energy about.
Well, no winner after 90 minutes, another 30 minutes, hopefully to make a difference.
Caros espectadores, gostávamos de pedir o vosso contributo para o Fundo das Crianças Desfavorecidas. Substituição para Portugal. Número 9. Roberto Carlos.
So our quest to find the winner continues. Pisa pay the price for failing to close out the match in normal time. Can they avoid the same fate here, where the consequences are still more serious? Stood up well to him there.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
He's through here. Now this could be a chance. Here's great chance! Another one of football's and how moments.
Firmine has delivered a really costly miss. It could have been their last chance to win it.
Pisa have their second corner now. Vinicius Junior. Lopez. And here's Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior gets flagged offside. Chouameni. Here's Bruno Guimaraes. Eze. Vardiol. And it's Eze. He's found space here. Koundé. And he's only too happy to take that back. And here's De Jong. Tries to pass it through. That is good strength. Now it's DiMarco. That's going across goal. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Bruno Guimaraes. Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. And he's picked it up out wide. Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner. It's their second corner of the game. DiMarco with the short one. Bops him off it and wins back the ball. That's put paid to the danger. Great vision. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, that could be pivotal! So is that it? Is this the moment they stole it? That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
Oh, what a finish. I mean, an instinctive finish at that, and he...
And we're halfway through extra time. So the very last of the action is still to come. Two teams separated here by the smallest of margins. Fingernails well bitten everywhere. Exhaustion, physical and mental. Will we find a winner? They have given it everything. It's been gruelling. But who will be standing at the very end? And it's De Jong. Can he get on the end of this? Goes for a shot! Sensational from Vinicius Junior! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! What remarkable powers of recovery!
I could watch this every week, Peter. Talk about strength of character, wonderful.
Well, it would have been harder to miss.
Well, talk about making the most of a momentary lapse in concentration. He was just that little bit quicker and smarter than everyone else around him.
It is compelling, this, utterly compelling. DiMarco. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Substituição para Portugal. Número 4. Sai e vai entrar para o seu lugar com o número 3.
And it's Koundé. Still anyone's game, this. One moment could... And a chance! And that's a real chance missed.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
No, that's been intercepted. Fermin. Chouameni. Threads one in. DiMarco picks it up out wide. Oh, great leap! Oh, that was no routine save.
Well, to be honest, he shouldn't have spilled that in the first place, but he recovered it really quickly, so no harm done.
And that is a little undercooked. That's a throw. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. And he was quick to react. That's it, there is no more. It is going to penalties. Pisa found a way, somehow.
I can only applaud the sheer doggedness and tenacity on show in watching both teams refusing to lose. I mean, they both ran their socks off.
So 2 inconclusive hours of action. All that remains then, penalties. So, are we ready? All eyes on him as he places the ball. Which way will he go? No! Denied remarkably! Well, whatever he did, it worked, did it not, Jim?
Well, Peter, I think he did well to hold his nerve then. Probably gave him that important edge.
Vermin is the next man in the spotlight. That's a brilliant read. Oh, talk about coming up with the goods.
Gamesmanship or not, Peter, whatever he did worked a treat.
Collar is second man up.
He knew exactly what he wanted to do there and executed it perfectly.
Thuram, second to go. Great stop! And the keeper punches the air. That is how you answer the call.
Well, Peter, I think he did well to hold his nerve then. Probably gave him that important edge.
Portugal are now able to take a giant step towards where they want to be. Of course, the lead now is 2.
Well, this is effectively a very welcome cushion, Peter.
Oh, sent him the wrong way.
How confident was that? Backed himself all the way.
This to double their advantage. Oh, he's managed to get it through the keeper. Will that prove decisive?
A great position now, but still work to be done.
And stuck away with ice in his veins.
I actually think he was quite brave to do that, Peter, but it was the right result.
So all eyes on the goalkeeper. Oh, brilliant. He had to save it, and he did.
Oh, he never looked comfortable over that, did he?
This to stay in it. What poise, what noise! And that takes us to sudden death. So both teams effectively one kick away from the precipice.
Brilliantly done. Never took his eye off the keeper either. Well, you know what I'm going to say, Peter. It's all about nerve.
And they have done it in sudden death.
Oh, just allow me to get my breath back a little here, Peter. What an ending.
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So things are underway.
Well, this 4-4-2 formation is often used in the modern era defensively, but it used to be the gold standard of formations a generation or so ago, Peter, and it does allow the fullbacks to play a key role in attack.
Yeah, they offer most of the width, don't they?
Exactly. You want them to be high up the pitch so they can get themselves into the final third whenever possible. This will, of course, ask an awful lot of the centre halves and the central midfielders, who need to drop into position and cover the spaces.
Portugal are looking to break at pace. Well, this is a guy who has pushed back the boundaries year on year. A brilliant maverick who just seems to go on and on.
Yeah, he's simply the boss, Peter. Everyone else, including us, just the supporting cast in an act where he will always take centre stage.
And the Zlatan show, Zlatan is the only star.
I'm not arguing.
Rodri. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
Well, caution is dominating proceedings. This isn't meeting expectations.
Wirtz unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Rodri. Pedri. It's Bellingham. Bellingham running. Bellingham! And he has kept it out somehow.
Bellingham really must be thinking what he has to do to score there. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
And he's managed to get rid. Ball is over the line. And it's Hakimi. Hakimi made a surge from full-back, as it turned out, unsuccessfully. He's on, it's Ibrahimovic! Goal! Portugal! And we have liftoff! You don't keep those outs. He knew, he just knew.
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
Portugal have broken through. It's 1-0. Bellingham! That was superb goalkeeping.
Bellingham clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Corner number 2 then. Hakimi goes short. And now a sudden chance to counter. And he's managed to get free.
That's going in strongly.
Roberto Carlos with an air of confidence about him, a certain swagger.
Well, I thought that run had balance and control, skill and strength. The sort of desire we hope will spread.
Bellingham. He's having a pop! He pondered over it, and that goes down as a chance missed.
Bellingham cannot be that slow, and it took the sting out of the break and a big chance wasted.
Could be danger here. Out for a throw.
Portugal definitely have the look of a team that likes to counter-attack, Peter.
Yeah, that is clear. Just look at how they line up.
Well, in other words, they don't mind being patient.
Crosses it in. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Bellingham. Roberto Carlos. And it's Bellingham. Now it's Mbappe. And he cuts out the supply. And it's been hooked away. Hakimi.
Pisa certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
Ferdinand is very much of the non-shall-pass school of defending. And he's gone direct here. Vardiol. Now it's Haaland. Mbappe!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Mbappe showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. That is good alertness. Bellingham. This is a promising build-up. Van Dijk. Pinches it off him. Oh, good read. And the referee has blown for half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. Pisa finding themselves behind by just one goal at the break.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about, so an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon. And so the action is resumed.
Pisa can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
There's got plenty of space out wide here. That should be the goalkeepers, and it is. Van Dijk. Rudiger. And it's Pedri. It's Bellingham. Pedri. Can he finish? Oh, denied! Brilliantly!
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Hakimi. Here's Rodri. And it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Still chasing the game, trailing by one. And that's a foul. A simple decision for the referee. And that's going to be a booking. Now it's come to nothing. McTominay.
Oh, it's great work in terms of both purpose and intensity.
Pedri. Portugal are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Vamos dar lugar a uma substituição.
Lahm is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. So we've reached the hour mark. Your impressions so far, Jim?
Well, there'll be no accusations of a lack of effort. They're giving as good as they get when it comes to chances.
Well, that's not the cross he had in mind. Thuram. That's a good ball out wide. Ah, that's a fine interception.
Pisa really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great.
Oh, he's been caught napping! Roberto Carlos has it in a wide position. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Wirtz is the guilty party there.
Substituição para Portugal. Número 14.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides. Pisa perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution.
Well, the manager's got a decision to make here, whether he's happy to stick or twist. They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Flings in, he's rising! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Hakimi attempts a clearance. Oh, he's having a go! Eze, out of this world! That is a gem! An absolute gem! 2 up now, and they are cruising. Pressure, what pressure? He feels none of it.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, it's a great time for them to keep the momentum going. I don't see any need to change the approach. Keep at it with the same intensity, and soon enough, they'll get another break.
He's on it, can he get away? Aimed at the far side. Tries to get it clear. And here's Eze. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And it's Lam. Did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. He's found a way through. Bacola is fouled. Yellow or red? It is red. Portugal are down to 10 men.
I just think it was a cheap foul to give away.
Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change. Tries a shot! And that is quite wonderful! About as smooth as it gets! With so little time left, grandstand finish! It was the crispest of hits. He just crashed it in.
Well, Peter, it would have taken something incredible for the keeper to keep that one out. It was absolutely spanked.
Pisa give themselves a chance of a fairy... Goes for a shot! Oh, good-looking ball.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Vamos ter 5 minutos de compensação.
5 minutes to add. Alexander-Arnold. That's a throw. He's going to be disappointed with that. He has found the way through. Spread out to the left. Now, can they get him away? It's a promising position. He's shifting through the gears here. And the shot! He has a look up. He's picked his way through. Thuram. That's that, the end. Well, this was a game they could so easily have won on another day, but alas, that wasn't to be, and they go down by the odd goal. Thoughts on what we've just seen?
Well, Peter, this was probably more slugfest than a game of football, but I actually found it very enjoyable. A game that was constantly on the edge.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So straight into the action. Well, this is a guy who has pushed back the boundaries year on year. A brilliant maverick who just, Jim, seems to go on and on.
Yeah, he's simply the boss, Peter. Everyone else, including us, just the supporting cast in an act where he will always take centre stage.
The Zlatan show, Zlatan is the only star.
I'm not arguing.
Shoots! That was superb goalkeeping.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Now it's Pedri. Portugal are looking to go forward now. Rodri. And here's Haaland. And he's there to get it away. Pisa have got it back and they'll have another go. Now Haaland! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Bellingham. Bellingham! That's really well cleared. And it's Wirtz.
Well, it's been a...
There's the shot! That's a sharp pass. It's been a pretty high-octane start, at least from one side's perspective.
Yeah, it's a good start, Peter, and they look hungry for goals.
And the finish! He's done very well to get to that.
Wirtz clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Roberto Carlos goes short. That's a throw. And it's Roberto Carlos. Van Dijk. Neither side yet able to find the net. Rodri thinks one through. That has been cut short.
Portugal really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something up their sleeve.
Yeah, they clearly feel they can hit hard on the counter-attack thanks to their pacey options.
Lam is one whose deliveries we all know about. Chouameni. Van Dijk. Vardiol. That's Wirtz. Wirtz. And this is Ibrahimovic in with the challenge. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Vardiol. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Haaland wants to run onto this, and it's Bellingham. Rodri. Now it's Thuram. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. He's looking wide. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. Rodri. And the counter is on. Pedri. And it's Hakimi. Here's Rodri. And here's Thuram. Very nicely done. Rodri. Well, that tackle was certainly stood. And the shot! He is desperate to get on the score sheet, but not this time.
Pisa really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
They get a throw in. And it's Pedri. Rodri. And the shot! Just not quite happening for him just now. Ferdinand, always a very imposing presence at the back. Still looking for the first breakthrough, and it is nearly half-time now. Wirtz. Roberto Carlos. And now the breakaway. Chouameni. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Big chance! It's in! A goal at a really telling moment. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Pisa have broken through. It's 1-0.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Lahm, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. He's on it, can he get away? Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge.
Well, talk about being caught between a rock and a hard place. I don't think he had much choice there, although he's paid for it.
So the last big chance perhaps before half-time. And this an opportunity to pull level. Roberto Carlos! Oh, he's pulled off a fine save.
Absolutely terrific, terrific reflexes, goalkeeping at its very best.
And this could be the final action of the first half. Forced to go back. Oh, the ball's come loose here. Oh, that is a fair try. And it's half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. How would you review the first half?
Well, it's obvious, Peter, that this team was set up to play on the break, and their opponents pretty much played right into their hands, so no wonder they've got their tails up at half-time.
Pisa just about ahead, 1-0 at the break. We're on the move again. Pisa leading courtesy of the game's only goal. Pedri. It's Bellingham. And it's Rodri. Rodri. It's Bellingham. Haaland. The ball has bounced loose now. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Roberto Carlos. Chouameni. Vids. Good running, strong and purposeful. McTominay. Now he's got space here. Rudiger. That pass has been well intercepted. Tries to play it through. Well read, and the danger is averted.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And he's quick to return it. He's shifting through the gears here. And this is Ibra. He's having a shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Rodri. Portugal are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, it's not looking good, Peter. You can't just stop playing once you've gone ahead. You're letting the opposition know that you can be got at, and they can so easily raise the pace and tempo to do just that.
He's found a way through. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And there's his chance to lead the counter. No way through there. You would think that now would be a good time to consider some changes.
It's about risk-taking and boldness now. Are we going to see any activity from the bench?
Well, good play on the left-hand side here. And once more, he proves rigid and robust. Well, they can break here. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Chance here to counter. Nice control. And here's Wirtz.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Substituição para Portugal. Número 14.
So changes afoot here and from both sides.
Vão dar os seus lugares a número 22.
Well luck with that dink over the top.
Uma substituição.
And he shoots! And no mistake. And there's the goal they've been looking for. And in a trice, the substitute has scored already.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Pisa are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
And here's Mbappe. Oh, and that is really good tenacity. Corner number 3 coming up. They've played it short. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior proves just a little bit too strong. Vinicius Junior! Portugal have the chance to go the other way. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Ahead by 2 and just about into the home straight.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Great chance! He's got a goal! And they are dragging it back! Game on again! Was there ever any doubt?
Yeah, he always had the measure of the keeper, and there was very little doubt as to how this was going to end up.
Portugal cut their deficit and look raring to go again.
Well, I think they have every chance of levelling this now, Peter, but they've got to stay calm and not go completely gung-ho. Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
Well, he's going to be pulled back for that one. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture.
Well, if he's serious about trying from this range, I think he must feel he can generate the power. Big ask.
And he's taking no chances there. Vinicius Junior getting forward. It's gone for a throw-in.
Vamos ter 3 minutos de compensação.
Looks to the other side.
Good ball, that too.
Eze Can he get on the end of this? It's Ibrahimovic! Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Spread out to the left. And now they can clear their lines. And that's it. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football. A real ride that had all of us glued to our seats from the very beginning. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi, everyone. The excitement has really picked up now, and I'm eager for the action to start.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. And the counter is on.
There's no doubt that this fella's contribution will be highly important. It's the one and only Philip Lahm.
And what do you consider him? Oh, good climb! And he has kept it out somehow.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner. That's just playing it safe and simple.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Vardiol. Pressing high and with purpose. Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Rodri. That's a cute ball. So a third of the match or thereabouts gone, and we still await the first goal. This looks promising. Roberto Carlos did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Nicely aimed pass. Pedri. That pass has been well intercepted. He's played it back. Nice looking ball. Rodri. Driving forward. Now, can they get him away? Bellingham, decent chance!
Portugal definitely have the look of a team that likes to counter-attack, Peter.
Yeah, that is clear. Just look at how they line up.
Well, in other words, they don't mind being patient.
Bellingham. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Eder Militao does really well there. He is strong. Spread to the right.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Pedri. Now it's Haaland. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Gives it back.
Really got in his face there, and it was well played.
And it's Lam. And that's a really buccaneering run he's making. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. Neither side giving way. It has been tight. Ferdinand is very much of the non-shall pass school of defending. Knocks it into space. It's a good run down the right.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
And once more he proves rigid and robust. Roberto Carlos. That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. He's found a way through. Good ball, good take. He's having a pop! Perilously close. Vardiol. And it's Tchouaméni. Roberto Carlos. Here's Tchouaméni. Wirtz. So a temporary halt to the action. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, I wouldn't say it was the most potent performance, Peter, but defensively, very composed. The scoreline might still be 0-0, but I'm expecting things to open up a bit more in this second half.
So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break. So, into the second half.
Pisa have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break. Yeah, I think if that can be repeated, there's a good chance of a goal.
Roberto Carlos. And it's Ferdinand. McTominay. It's Vince. Vardiol. Oh, that is a nice touch. He's a sharp little ball here. But they've got it again. Traumeri. McTominay. Rodri, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man.
Well, they're labouring their way towards the opposition goal here, Peter, and this needs a much livelier solution.
There's the delivery. Tries to get it clear. Crossed in once more. Lahm getting this one clear.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
And it's Roberto Carlos. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Deftly away. And he's there to retrieve it. Still absolutely nothing to report here, goals-wise. Lahm receives it in a good position here. Oh, there's a probing ball. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Vardiol. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
No breakthrough and well into the second period. It is still anyone's game. And he's managed to get free. Pisa claim it back to much approval. Lahm just loves to go forward whenever he can. Pedri. That's a lovely, neat pass. Well, the manager might be thinking of shuffling his pack here.
It's about risk-taking and boldness now. Are we going to see any activity from the bench?
Well, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick.
Está a acontecer uma substituição.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides. Showing good feet. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Van Dijk. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Turns back here, probably the best option. Now it's Roberto Carlos. Looking for the run. And this is Ibrahimovic. Produces a cross. And it's claimed by the keeper.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Now it's Lopez. Vinicius Junior going forward. Tries one from range. Good try, very good try, in fact.
Yeah, it didn't come off, but you can praise the drive and the application. It was beautifully hit.
Vardiol. Pisa need to make something happen here. He ran himself into trouble there, free kick given away. And he's going to have his name taken. He saw the danger and he went crashing in. Vardiol.
Well, the crowd's impatience is an indicator that they haven't quite given up on a goal just yet.
Driven in, only partially clear.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Vardiol.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
Well, that looks a decent ball. Lahm delivers. And that was very necessary. Oh, that's a key interception. The final seconds now. Vardiol. Now it's Eze. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Delivered with swing. Keeper's dealt with that. Crosses it in. So 90 minutes have come and gone. It's going to be extra time. Well, still no winner, Jim.
Well, 0-0 doesn't offer a fair reflection of what we've seen. The game's been vibrant. I think the atmosphere has remained buoyant, and we just need the scoreline to step into line.
So a brief break, and then we will be back for more.
Substituição para Portugal. Número 9.
No winner in 90, 30 more to come. Looking to play him in. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. De Jong. Here's Rodri. Aims beyond the defence. Nice control. Lopermin! He's done very well to get to that.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Corner number 2 then. They've played it short. Oh, strongly challenged there. Portugal have the chance to go the other way. Vicario breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Vardiol kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Lopez. Van Dijk. Shifted it to the flank. It's run loose here. Eder Militao spots it and intercepts. Vinicius Junior. Di Marco. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Tries to play it through. Van Dijk gets across to intercept that. Eze. Lahm. And it's Lam. So just 15 minutes still to come. Halfway through extra time and still we are deadlocked. Is it time for a hero to step up and to grab the headlines here?
Substituição para Portugal. Número 4. Número 8.
And so the last chance to find a winner.
Número 3.
105 minutes of deadlock, 15 minutes to break it. Now he's off and running.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
De Jong. Threads one in. Drills. Goes for a shot! Off the post! Oh, that could be pivotal! A breakthrough! So late in the day!
Golo! Já após 20 minutos de compensação, o jogador que veste o...
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Pisa have penetrated for the first time.
What a great time to score, but it does give the manager a real headache. Does he sit on this lead now, or try and finish it off?
Great vision. And it's Eze. And this is Ibrahimovic. Looking for the far post. Oh, good effort! Oh, he's having a go! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Eze engages and forces him off. And that's it. Pisa have held on. They have doggedly, sometimes frantically, preserved the tightest of leads. Vinicius Junior picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Begley.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. We're up and running then. He's rising! Nearly, but not quite. He's had it taken off him.
This guy, Roberto Carlos, really is a unique player, Peter.
I don't think anyone would argue with that. Chance! And it's come back out to him. And he's done it!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
That's smart play from him, actually, Peter. That goal was all about positioning. He knew instinctively where to be should the keeper have gotten a little jittery.
Pisa finding themselves unexpectedly behind. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different... He'll try from distance! Sensational from Haaland! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments!
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
It could be danger here! Ferdinand. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Now this could be a chance. This looks promising. Bellingham. And it's Pedri. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. McTominay.
Portugal really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something up their sleeve.
Yeah, they clearly feel they can hit hard on the counter-attack thanks to their pacey options. Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Haaland. Tchouaméni.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. And it's Bellingham. Pedri. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Pedri cuts a frustrated figure right now, he just cannot get away.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
Frustratingly close. Tchouaméni, very nearly half an hour gone here. That's good play. And he's been shifted off it. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent, it's almost personal. And it had to be. Great chance! Rodri, driving forward. Strong running down that left flank. He is just caressing the ball. Now then, the ball's come loose. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And this is Ibrahimovic. All eyes on the referee. It's a penalty. And that really is the last thing they wanted to do. So where will he go? Goal! Portugal! Not a twitch, not a blink.
Should we have ever doubted him? Cool as you like.
Portugal have their lead. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Van Dijk. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Just eases him off the ball. Aimed beyond the defence. Now it's Bellingham. Haaland! Oh, that is rather wayward. Lahm. Throw it. Looking for options for... Takes a shot! And it's in! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser. Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here.
Fits! And he nearly went all the way.
Vert can really show some outlandish skills, which is always welcome and obviously refreshing.
This possibly the last play of the half. And that's a simple one for the keeper. And the counter is on. Bellingham. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. Pisa are finally getting a much-needed break. It's been absolutely breathless stuff so far. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Well, I can tell you it's been a wonderful watch, Peter. I'm not complaining. The goals just seem to keep on coming. It clearly means that defending hasn't been at its best, but you know what I'm like when it comes to defending.
Well, it has been a high-octane first half, full of action, both sides with 2 goals going in at half-time. Back underway then. Vardiol. Vitz bumps him off it and wins back the ball. And it's Pedri. Well, that pass isn't the best. Van Dijk. Now it's Bellingham. That's a nicely shaped ball. Now it's Pedri. He has found the way through. It's got in! He's put through his own net!
Well, that's really unfortunate. He'll be kicking himself at the moment, and believe me, I know how that feels.
So one moment's crazy confusion, but they all count.
Well, that's something you don't expect at a match like this, but I guess you have to take whatever way it comes, and very gratefully.
Roberto Carlos. That's the throw. Now it's Ibrahimovic.
Incentive set and incentive met. Now they've got to take it on another level.
That is good progress on the left. Lahm does really well to win the ball there. Oh, that's fabulous. Chance here to counter. Oh, nice touch. In towards the back. He leaps for it! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Portugal are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
It's gone out for a throw-in.
Substituição para Portugal. Número 14. Sai e vai entrar para o seu lugar com o número 22. Está a proceder-se a uma substituição.
Eder Militao. And it's Hakimi. Lopez. Oh, it's a great ball here. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. It's a promising position. That is good strength. Showing good feet. Hakimi wins the duel this time. And now the breakaway. Lobbed in behind. Vardiol gets over and intercepts. Pisa still have the cards to affect this game.
Well, the manager's got a decision to make here, whether he's happy to stick or twist.
Collar was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Vardiol. Cute ball now, how can he reach it?
Portugal really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Looking to play him in. That is lovely.
Oh, great feat, that.
The defence opting here for strength in numbers. McTominay. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. That's the keeper's ball. Chouameni. Roberto Carlos getting forward.
Been there, done that, unfortunately. You immediately want to have another go. Believe me on that.
Hakimi attempts a clearance. But he's only too happy to take that back. In once more.
Portugal really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Está a acontecer uma substituição.
Portugal can make their change now with a break in play. Koundé. Can he get on the end of this? I think we're just about done here. Well read, and the danger is averted. And he thumps it clear. And here's Ibrahimovic. Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. Well, that's a little loose. And it's Chouameni. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. So the winners bullish and belligerent after a remarkable collective effort. Fall behind they may have done, but they were having none of that. Well, from behind, Jim, that is some win, isn't it?
This has been a very composed response when trailing. There was no sense of anxiety, just a belief to stick to the game plan and stick together. And it's been a very